sperm out of him.
Mm.
And she said, I did that so it can still help around the kitchen.
Well, that might be true. That might be a joke. That's quite sweet. That might be true.
That was a true story, again. It was all
No,
right.
not again, because the ones I just told weren't. Nor is the boiling the brains in a bag, curry, microwave.
Head story, true.
Yeah. They're too convenient.
Will you be buried or cremated?
What?
Will you be buried or cremated?
I don't know. Cremated, I imagine.
Like you, Steve?
I don't know, it's out of my hands.
Yeah, I haven't thought about
I've
it.
not thought it through, and
No, to
I
be
don't
honest.
care either way.
Have you heard the one
So
about... Sorry.
I'm just worried that we're getting into a macabre world now of ashes, boiled heads. I think we should play some music, let people just calm down.
Levi's.
Just think about some of the urban myths they've maybe heard, assess them, maybe they are absolute bollocks,
Yeah.
and they can move on from it.
Well,
know,
it's
like-
just that the death thing, right?
Yeah.
There was an argument on there about, do you know that Twilight Zone or whatever it was, Tales of the Unexpected?
Oh, yeah.
Where the woman got buried alive.
Yeah.
They were saying how, like, years ago, they'd bury people thinking they're dead,
Yeah.
and they've recently, like, dug coffins up, and then the people who were in the coffin weren't dead, they might have just been, like, in some sort of deep sleep or whatever.
Catatonic.
And they've lifted the lid off,
Yeah.
and there's scratch marks
Yeah.
on the thing,
Yeah.
and that's pretty scary. And that
Makes you
was-
think. I mean, I hope they check these days. That's all. I'd like to play a beautiful song now by Cat Stevens called Lillywhite. It's lovely.
a song for the lovers room?
Yeah. Big sell.
Please.
Cooper Temple Clause there. Who needs enemies on XFM 104.9? Well, it's competition time. If you want that celebrity endorsed bag from the BAFTAs, Jane had a good idea.
Go on.
She thinks we should revive sort of swap shop because a
I love
competition.
Swap Shop, I think it's a great game.
It's great. It was great, right? But a competition or just saying why you need it, right? This way, you know, it's how much you can give, and I think it should be right. What will endorse Carl's life? A theme of the season, I suppose. We're ending a season now of this show, aren't we? And one of the big themes is really develop Carl, enhance Carl.
Rejuvenate him in some way.
What do you think Carl would want? Have you got something he'd love? It can be battling tops, you know, and you've got to say why he'd love your old battling tops. It can be a book.
Sorry, what's a battling top? Was this something you used to take to school, like with your hoop and stick?
No, it was a little
And your
game.
baked potato?
It was in the wrist action. And
Go on.
it was like little tops, right? You'd have 4 players, right? And you'd wind it around like cotton, right? And hold a little... I'm getting excited thinking about
I
it.
don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know, I'm getting overexcited. It was just battling.
Was this something that...
And you pull it, yeah.
I've had
And it
one.
goes mad.
Don't
yeah.
send one of them. I've had one.
Don't give any clues. It can be somewhat educational, it can be somewhat personal to you that you think you might enhance. So, the competition is, basically, if you want that bag...
So let's just explain what the bag is. It's one of these sort of cardboard giveaway bags that we got at the BAFTAs. It's got a nice picture of the BAFTA logo. We got it signed by Graham Norton, Angus Dayton, Alan Davis, Jamie Theakston, Paul Whitehouse, Helen Baxendale, Steve, Phil Mitchell, McFadden, Simon Pegg, Steve Wright, obviously the 3 of us. And it's just a nice little sort of, you know, if you like kind of autographs, or if you're an autograph hunter or whatever else, or you just like the bag.
Or you like the show,
You know,
or you want
then,
a little piece of Carl.
a bit-
Or you
a
want
bit
to
of
give
history.
Carl something, a bit of yourself, or
Exactly.
to enhance his life.
So let's get it
really.
straight. So it's something that you have. It doesn't have to be very expensive. It doesn't have to
No.
be necessarily a worthy thing. Could be something you've made.
Carl has to go, I want that.
Something that enhances Carl's life in some way. Something that will make his life a little bit more special, a little bit better.
Yeah.
And this is a write or email only. We don't want your phone calls on this because we're just too
So
lazy.
what can make Carl's life a little bit more special?
And we'll give it away next week. So you've got a week to email or write in with your suggestions about what it is that you'd want to swap for this this celebrity bag.
Is it carl@xfm.co.uk?
Yeah.
Or you can write XFM, PO Box 1049, London, WC2, H7XX.
Yeah.
Give them out again, Rick. Sorry, you ought to maybe mention something like, you know, Gervais bag.
Oh, I think Carl Swap Shop.
Carl Swap Shop.
Or,
Well, let's not
good,
confuse it.
well, it's just good to have a good name.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Is this going to take as long
Is
as
this
the
thinking on
golfing
radio
comes?
again? Is this thinking on radio again?
Alright, we'll just do
So,
that.
hang on, it can't just be Carl at XFM. Is it not Carl.Pilkington?
Yeah, with a K. But the thing is, why are they emailing me? Because I'm not taking any bribes. They've got to send the stuff in.
No,
But it's
they
100 people send something and you send 99 back.
No, I won't send... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, no, they just email or write in a suggestion. Make sure that you mention who you are if you're emailing and leave a telephone number as well. We need a telephone number, we've got to call you back.
Let me give you an example. I like the bag. I want the bag, right? I think this would enhance Carl's life because I am sending a Feng Shui book. Something like that. You know what I mean? I am sending Carl a teddy bear.
You have to explain why, though. Obviously,
Yeah,
we can.
why you think it isn't, you know.
This is getting so much more complicated than it needs to.
I'm bored with it.
It was such an easy idea.
Throw the bag, well, burn the bag.
Give me this again,
the
Rick.
bag. Okay. It's XFM, PO Box 1049. That's easy to remember. London WC2 H7XX.
And the email?
I can't remember.
carl.pilkington@xfm.co.uk with a K.
With a K.
Alright, well done.
Yeah.
Man alive, that was exhausting.
Any
I'll tell you what,
clues, Carl? What would you like? What would you like?
I really don't know. I honest to God, I can't help anyone out here.
No. You just see something you like when you see it.
Well, there might be something out there that I don't know about, and yet it is.
I'm sure there is.
Do you know
I'm sure there's something out there you don't know
there's
about.
things in this room you don't.
No, but
Okay, look, we played it before once, and I know you were Charlie.
Yeah, I love
I'm a
this.
big fan of this. This is
Absolutely
from
love
Amy Mann's album Bachelor No. 2, and this is Red Vines playing.
It's beautiful.
I know Carl's not impressed, as ever. I don't know what your criteria for music appreciation is at all, Carl.
it's just like you build them up as being something really good, and then I hear it, and it's like. Oh,
But I don't know what it is that you're expecting to hear.
What were you meant to
means
say?
it's really good.
What were you meant to say? Oh, this is
a
all
mediocre track.
This is all right.
Listen,
Go on.
when you played Simon and Garfunkel,
Yeah.
right, they've got their own unique sound. You know
Yeah.
it's them when they sing.
Yeah.
That could have been loads of women who I know.
It could have been loads of women who you know. You only know your girlfriend.
What I mean, Sheryl Crow sounded like Sheryl Crow to me.
Yeah, but
Very superficially.
But Man's been around longer than Crow. Who knows what, influences she may have had.
That sounds like a fable, doesn't it? Man's been around longer than Crow. Eh?
But you see, no, I mean, that's just, there's a number... Let's be honest, Rick, I mean, there's not that many great female artists, are there?
Oh, hey, be careful there, Steve. Some of the sisters out there will be disagreeing with
I'm
you.
not saying that they can't sing a beautiful song, I'm just worried they can't write the material.
I'm thinking of Bush. I'm thinking of...
Aren't we all, Rick?
I'm thinking of arm trading.
That's true enough.
I am thinking of...
Anastasia?
Anastasia.
I know you love Anastasia, don't you?
I love that new one. I love that new one. I mean, I don't like that
sounds
sort
like
of
the
stuff,
other two.
but it sort of has a good chorus, and I can do her dance. That dance at the end when she puts her arms up. I like
It
that
does
one.
sound like she's a very much the new Tina Turner.
Yeah, no, that's the one I liked, yeah. And me and Steve think that she's sort of like one of those people that go out with her daughter.
Well, I think the reason is because if you notice, she always wears sunglasses.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that because she claims to be something like 28, I bet she's like 40.
It's like one of those
She's got
40-year-old
posting.
women who come from Essex, but they come with their daughter's 21st, and they're going, your mum's mad.
Yeah.
They think we're sisters. They're like, I'm 40 and she's 21.
She always flirts with her daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Where are you going? We're going down. We're going down Millionaires.
Your
Up
mum's
and down
mad.
south.
Look, your mum's got a bra on. Yeah.
Don't you think she looks like that, Carl?
Yeah.
I can't picture her.
You can't picture Anastasia.
No, she wears glasses.
Sunglasses all the time, yeah.
No.
You're not into this, are you, Carl? You get this whole sort of broadcast thing as just... You're fed up with it, aren't you? You can't wait to finish next week.
Well, it just seems I can't say anything right.
Why?
Well, whatever I say isn't right.
Or funny.
No, but do you know what I mean?
What? Because what are you upset about? Well, I laughed at the urban myth, but not being true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and...
But one of the things, I'll tell you, that if you take nothing else away from our time on the radio, it should be to be more inquisitive. When a piece of information comes to you, don't just take it at face value, query and question it. That is what has made Ricky Gervais one of the premier thinkers in this country. He will not accept anything on face value. He queries everything. Anastasia, she looks glamorous and wait a minute, those glasses, what do they suggest? Actually, she's 40, I'm not going to buy her records.
And that's
Things like
and that's libelous.
That's potentially libelous.
So, hang on a minute. Roy Orbison then. Was he starting to look old?
We're not saying everyone who wears sunglasses is necessarily older than their years.
No, we're not even saying about Anastasia. We're just doing about an image, one of those sort of like ravers that goes to their daughter. It was a little bit of light observational comedy, to be honest, Carl.
You've seen through it, mate.
Yeah.
You've torn it to shreds.
She's not 40. You know what I mean? She doesn't hang out round with much younger people, chatting at their boyfriends. It wasn't true.
Right.
What do you want? What do you want in life, Carl? Tell me now, because me and Steve can probably sort it out.
That is true enough. Come on.
What do you want? What's the best thing?
What would make
what
your life
song?
happy?
If you could play any song now, what would it be?
Well, we're going to be spinning one of my favourites later on.
Killing a Georgie.
Killing a
We've
Georgie.
sorted that out. You've probably got a lovely few gifts you can choose from, just because we got a few signatures on a piece of paper. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What more do you want out of life?
I always find that
Do you want a cat? You want a cat, don't you?
it's the things that you don't think you're going to get that you enjoy the most. Right?
Go on, like
Right,
what?
No. Well, like when you go out for a night and you're expecting just to have a simple little drink and it turns out to be a really nice night, you see people you haven't seen for ages.
Yeah.
Now, the BAFTAs, so sort of, you expect so much
He's having a go, isn't he?
that when you get there, you get that little bit of veg as a starter. And you think, look at it, they've tried to make it look good. But really, as I said to you, I mean, you don't eat veg, which
No.
I find is mental. But like the starter that we had, that was like, how would you describe that?
It was a veg pie. It was like, I thought from the I was starving when I came in there, right? And from the stairs, I could see the tables, and it looked like there was pate laid out, and I was getting excited. I was salivating. Got there, it was a vegetable pie.
I said to Steve.
So
Vegetable pie.
okay, someone took mine.
It
I
wasn't
gave
a
it away.
vegetable
White House
pie.
took mine, didn't he?
Yeah, but Rick, you won't eat anything. We've discussed this before. All you'll eat is pizza and crisps.
Rubbish.
Do you know what he said to me in the week? I was picking up my food in the BBC canteen, and he went, right, I'm honestly thinking of stopping having lunch with you. I went, what? He went, it winds me up. I went, what? He said, it winds me up. It winds me up. You won't eat anything. That's a lovely bit of chicken there. You're not eating that. You're not eating that. It winds me up too much. Like you get irritated by people, noise. He said, you eating, it just winds me up, Gervais. And then he went, you're a cock.
Yeah. It really annoyed me. His eating habits drive me mad because he's constantly whinging about the fact that he thinks he's got cancer. Every 25 seconds. Wait a minute, I can feel a lump, I can feel a lump. It's your cock. No, it's not, it wasn't there before, it wasn't there, it's a lump, I'm dying, quick to the hospital. I have been, how many times have you been to, like a doctor's clinic and sat in the waiting room, right? Carl, how many times have you been there, right, with a friend of yours? Twice I've been with Ricky. One time when we were writing the Fisher's the Office, we were writing in the waiting room for the doctor. Because he had to go in there and have because he thought he had testicular cancer. I swear to God,
I'd seen
he
the thing
thought he
about
had
it,
testicular cancer.
and I just said, so he said, I never worried that again. He said, no, you're not in the risk group and that. The other time was,
But wait a minute, you had to go in there.
the other time was I thought I had a stomach cancer, and she went, why? I said, oh, God. He said, when you get a sore throat, do you think you got throat cancer? I said, I have thought that, yeah. And she sort of said, get out of here, you idiot. And that's what I like. I like that when they do that. But I think it's sort of since my mum died of it, and I just think, oh God, it's in the family, and that's the thing I worry about.
But
Yeah.
don't you prefer? I mean, I don't go because it scares me.
I'm like that.
I prefer not to go because he might. I always worry that, especially with cancer and things, that they'll go. You know, I'll go there with a sore leg or something, and they'll go, no, your leg's fine, but look at this we've found in your head.
If it's a brain, you'll be laughing.
No, but do you know what I mean? They'll find something, because none of us are perfect, and as you get older,
Yeah,
you get little moles and stuff, and,
Yeah.
and they'll say, oh, we best get rid of that. And it's like, leave it alone, it's not causing any problems.
Imagine arguing. That shouldn't be there. Leave it alone. It's not. Well, it is. It's getting bigger and it's strangling your lungs.
But Rick's sort of like, but my point was that this is what upsets me. He constantly worries about his health. He's constantly obsessed. I found some buboes. I think I've got plague. every 10 minutes he's got something.
I started choking once because I thought it was some dust, didn't
Yeah,
I?
he swallowed some dust. He started choking like he'd swallowed a fishbone. Right? It was literally. I thought he was going to die.
And he
from
panicked
dust.
and he shouted, right, I'm choking, I'm going blue, and I'm trying to hit me, and he's hitting me on the back, and he shouted, I don't know the Heimlich manoeuvre. And I was choking and dying, but then I wanted to laugh, because he panicked going, it's like, if he's going to die, I want him to know that I didn't know the Heimlich
I
manoeuvre.
did everything I could, but I didn't know the Heimlich manoeuvre, so that was why I couldn't have.
Oh, dear.
But my point is this: he worries about his health, and yet he eats like a child. He eats crisps constantly, Coke. He keeps going, oh, I've got a headache. Drink some water.
Yeah.
No, boring. Hate it.
I did say that, yeah.
Chips, pizza, sausages, beans and chips. I've never seen someone eat so much. Sausage. I don't know how he's not bored of it yet. Sausage, chips and beans. Everything's got to have cheese on it. Parmesan cheese, please. You know, on anything.
Why don't they leave it in a restaurant as well? Seriously, why don't they leave the Parmesan cheese? It's like it's gold dust or something. The salt, have as much salt as you want, but they come out. And I found myself sneaking. I've said to Jane, look out, is the waiter looking? And I've leant over and did some more Parmesan. I feel really guilty. Just leave it.
It was on a trifle. You don't need cheese on dessert. I've explained it to you.
Oh dear.
So this is why I get angry, and that's why I got. And this is, I tell you this. What if I had to be on? I mean, Ricky was on Room 101. If I had to be on there, I'll tell you this: Ricky Gervais would be the first person in there. He'd be straight in there, man, because I got a list as long as
What
you are.
did you think when I said annoying people like making noises?
Unbelievable. So you talked about annoying noises, and that people that make noises that are annoying. He is the most irritating man I've ever met. And I swear to God, I don't mean that as an insult. You really are, because you go out of your way to be insulting and irritating.
Thanks.
That's fine, you know. But you'd be straight in there. In
Yeah.
fact, we should do this next week for Carl. We should draw up a list of Carl's hates, what he'd put in Room 101.
Oh,
Think about that next week,
That
Carl.
is genius. Next week, so we've got the competition, we've got Carl. I'll tell you what, let's play a record and do White Van Carl.
Yeah.
And just let's slam dunk this mother.
That's true enough.
What are you going to play?
Some Alpine Stars.
Okay.
Alpine Stars, Carbon Kid, featuring little Brian from Placebo.
Oh yeah.
Thought I recognised him. Yeah. So like that. Right. White Van Carl. Carl.
It's real, White Van Carl. Yeah, this is where we steal the White Van Man column from The Sun and basically fire those questions at Carl, getting his opinions on the week's news. Okay, Carl. Let me see. Okay, what do you make of this? The average woman, apparently, takes 27 minutes to get ready to go out. Did you know that?
Is it, are they saying that's a good thing, or
No, they're saying that the bare minimum it
No,
takes...
average,
this is what
surely.
No. But I remember reading, I'm sure they said that it takes them 27 minutes to get ready to go out, at the very least, I
I mean,
think.
it's not that bad if it's for a night out. It's that. I mean, 30 minutes is all right.
If it's
but,
going to get to 20 Woodbines.
But yeah, or you know, if the house is on fire and it's like quick,
Yeah.
get ready and get out.
I don't think it's in a fire, no. I
Well,
think... Yeah, go on.
I think that's
27 minutes.
good.
I'd take about 27
I
minutes.
can take up to that.
But do they include the getting up, having a bath? All
Doesn't
that?
give me any more details.
No?
27
Well,
minutes.
that's difficult to go by. Difficult to go on that one, isn't it?
How long does Suzanne take to go out of the house?
Depends, like I say, if we're just nipping out shopping,
The old flip-flops and trackies on?
yeah. But if you're going out for the night, it takes a bit longer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got wire in the trackies.
yeah.
Go on.
Okay, no, really don't know what the ins and outs of this story are. Is Sven-Goran Eriksson sticking with Nancy rather than Ulrika?
Well, it's his wife and not his girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know if this story's true. No one seems to have offered any evidence for it.
Anyway,
Everyone remained silent.
It's rubbish.
And, okay, what do you make of this? David Beckham apparently was driving despite having an injured foot and just further threatening his World Cup chances. Now, obviously, you're a big football fan.
Well, I'm not that big. I like the odd game.
Sure.
Would that hurt him? Would that hurt his foot?
It can't be good.
Is it in
can
a plaster? It's not in a big
it's
cast,
sure
is
it's
it?
better to drive than it is to walk on it.
Good point.
Fair enough, yeah.
Go on.
Can't argue with
Can't
that.
get the bus, can he?
Okay, and what do you make of this fascist leader who's having a lot of success in the French presidential elections?
What's he doing?
Have you not come across this story?
No.
Right, this is one of the big political
So
stories.
he's got a far right that got nearly 20%.
He's a far-right fascist leader, and he's having considerable success in the French elections.
I don't think we should be asking Carl questions like this.
Not
a
something
lot.
you've got an opinion on?
I'm getting scared.
There's all sorts of bad stuff going on in the world that we don't know about. You know,
Yeah.
But we know about this.
yeah, but you're better off not knowing because there's nothing I can do about it.
You're absolutely right, Carl. I can't argue with that.
Oh,
man alive.
fantastic. That is brilliant.
Have we got it lined up?
Bit of Rolling
It's the
Stones.
one song I've been wanting to play since we've been on XFM, really, and it took me a while to track it down, obviously, in the XFM library. But here it is, Give Me Shelter from the Rolling Stones.
It's an amazing track.
Give Me Shelter from the Rolling Stones. That's
Surely, if there was a soundtrack to the Vietnam War, that would be on there, wouldn't it?
Can I just reiterate this this giveaway then? We got this bag signed by a number of celebrities, Graham Norton, Angus Tate, and different people on there.
Yeah.
And if you want to win that, then you have to email or write in with what you are willing to swap Okay, so you need to swap something, and something which will enhance Carl's life. It can be anything. You could have made it, you could have bought it, anything. But you have to have it. You can send it to us in exchange for this this signed bag, and you can email Carl, Carl.Pilkington, Carl with a K, Carl.Pilkington@xfm.co.uk, or you can write to The Bag or Ricky Gervais's Big
I've just
Bag.
realised why I've been saying Carl with a K, because you can have Carl with a C, can't you?
Yes, you can.
As in Cox.
Absolutely. You can write to XFM PO Box 104.9, London WC2 H7XX. All right.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
Right.
there's going to be a bit of a change, isn't there?
Yes, that's absolutely right, Rick. Normally we would end the
decided
show, obviously, with
just-
a song for the ladies.
But because it's sort of Carl's penultimate show, and we're going to play one of his favourite tracks, what are you going to...
Yeah, I just thought we could play this. It is obviously the Killing of Georgie
By Rod Stewart.
by Rod Stewart, and this is a song for the gays.
Oh yeah. In these days of changing ways, so-called liberated days, a story comes to mind of a friend of mine. Georgie boy was gay, I guess, nothing more or nothing less, the kindest guy I ever knew. His mother's tears fell in vain. The afternoon George tried to explain that he needed love like all the rest. Paul said there must be a mistake. How can my son not be straight after all I've said and done for him?
See, his father took it as a sort of personal slight, but you can't help it, you
it's
know.
fine.
And as he said, you know, he's just gay. It doesn't make him a nasty person.
Not at all.
Leaving home on a Greyhound bus, cast out by the ones he loves, a victim of these gay days it seems.
Are you enjoying this, Carl?
Yeah, but I'm not gay.
No evidence of him being Scottish.
No, but
Georgie went to New York town, where he quickly settled down and soon became the toast of the Great White Way. Accepted by Manhattan's elite and all the places that were chic, no party was complete without George. Along the boulevards he cruised, and all the old queens blew a fuse. Everybody loved Georgie boy.
When he says they blew a fuse, they're not electricians. They mean it's sort of
And it's not a euphemism either.
The last time I saw George alive was in the summer of '75. He said he was in love. I said I'm pleased. George attended the opening night of another Broadway hype that split before the final curtain fell. Deciding to take a shortcut home, on and on they meant no wrong. A gentle breeze blew down Fifth Avenue.
Oh, I'm worried.
I'm a bit edgy. He's out late.
I know. And he's taking a shortcut, which is mental.
Not in New York City.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the area. He's in Scotland.
Out of a dark inside street came a New Jersey gang with just one aim, to roll some innocent passerby. There ensued a fearful fight, screams rung out in the night. George's head hit a sidewalk cornerstone.
I bet it was them that were screaming.
A leather kid, a switchblade knife, he did not intend to take his life. He just pushed his luck a little too far that night. The sight of blood dispersed the gang. A crowd gathered, the police came. An ambulance screamed to a halt on 53rd and 3rd.
I'm suddenly worried. This isn't a true story, is it?
Who knows?
If it is, we don't know that. Just want to say that we're not... Oh, well, that'll be terrible.
Yeah.
George's life ended there, but I ask who really cares. George once said to me, and I quote, he said, never wait or hesitate. Get in, kid, before it's too late. You may never get another chance. 'cause youth's a mask, but it don't last. Live it long and live it fast. Georgie was a friend of mine.
See, how come you think this might be a true story?
I just got suddenly worried then.
No, but how can this be a true story, but the bloke jumping out of a window and hearing his phone ringing?
No, because Rod Stewart, I just suddenly thought, what if he's written a song about this and this bloke did actually exist and was killed? Then I started panicking.
Yeah.
I don't think it is it?
I'm almost certain it's not.
Okay.
Is that it then?
Is that it? Then we got to pack up and go home. Yeah? Well, I think we've enjoyed ourselves.
Oh, I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it.
Carl.pilkinson@xfm.co.uk for your suggestions as to what you're willing to swap for the signed bag. See you next week.
Bye. Comfort and Sound by Feeder on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Stephen Merchant.
Hello there.
But no Carl Pilkington.
No
He's
Carl.
in Lanzagrotte.
Lanzarote.
But we have got a very, very special stand-in. It's Camfield. Say hello.
I'm so excited to be here. It's
Yeah.
been, you know, the things I've learned in the last 10 minutes before we've even gone on air. Like, you
Yeah.
don't have a theme tune.
I don't have a
That's
theme
the-
tune, I don't wear headphones.
Exactly.
Ian wears headphones with a preamp. He's got 3 midgets just brought in his backline.
Yeah.
Right? They're called Dog, Mongo and Blitzkrieg. Look, Blitzkrieg is up there, they're eating a banana.
Yeah.
He is the King of Rock, the new King of Rock.
Well, a lot of
The Prince, he's the Prince of Rock. Obviously Vance is the King of Rock. But we'll be doing that, we're working out who. Over this, and by the way, Camfield, I don't want the Ian Camfield that does XFM and going, and there's fast approaching 1:23, here's Ash. I want the Camfield that goes, I snorted ants with Lemmy. Okay? So, we want the real Camfield.
Alright, I brought in Metal Christmas, is that alright?
Yeah.
That's my only request from this show, that we do play Paul Di'Anno's version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. The rest of it's over to you.
Yeah, we're going to play some Christmas tunes, we're going to play some, you know, our favourite hits of the year, but mainly, this is the rock programme. This is the rock programme.
What worries me, Rick, is there's a lot of people who listen to our show and they're not regular XFM listeners. They just kind of crawl
They're
out
not
of their
regular
morphine
people.
stupor on a Saturday afternoon, put the show on. So
Yeah.
they might not be familiar with
Well,
Ian's
Ian
work.
Camfield is a young man, he's been in,
He's about 14.
He's been in radio, it's weird, he's 14, but he's been in radio for 15 and a half years.
extraordinary.
He was weaned on the milk of a Vance.
Yeah.
Right? And, he's gonna be the new rock god, aren't you?
Well, I'm trying.
Yeah. No DJ Camfield. Just go, yeah! Right? And over the 2 hours, I want to work out the 4 pillars of rock, right? I want 4 names, 4 pillars of rock, right? Huge rock pillars, and then I want the king who stands astride them like the archangel of metal. So, we'll be asking Ian, every few minutes we're asking, right, who's your first pillar of rock? And then, you know, keeping the one that stands astride them, okay?
And how many do we need?
Well, we need 5 names then, don't we? The 4 pillars of rock and who stands astride them.
Right,
Okay.
Like the Overlord with these Axe Attack albums.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Oasis. Christmas.
Oasis doing their version of Merry Christmas, everyone. It's Christmas. It seems only appropriate that we play the occasional Christmas tune. There aren't many decent ones.
We will be playing the greatest, not just Christmas, one of the greatest songs of all time, but certainly the greatest Christmas tune of all time, Fairy Tale in New York.
Is that going to be the version done by what's his name out of Boyzone?
Has he done one?
Yeah.
Who's-
Because he's
what-
lived the hard rock and roll life.
who-
like
what's his
something else.
name?
What is his name?
Ronan Keating?
Yeah.
He wasn't bad on Room 101, actually. I think he's lightened up a little bit.
Good luck to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
did as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask me, Camfield, I'm sure you can, you've probably got experiences of your own that you might want to talk about, but people ask me what Ricky's like in real life. And I don't want to get grotesque, it's Christmas, people are listening, people are eating sandwiches, but he has a flatulence problem. I don't know if you're aware of this. It is.
It's not a problem.
Right. Well, it is for us.
Yeah.
You may not be.
Yeah.
I think the problem with Ricky is Ricky hates to miss out on anything. He's terrified that there's going to be something going on that he's missing out on. A conversation, a joke, someone falling over, you know. And, so he daren't spend any time in the lavatory, because he just, it's too, any period of time he spends in there, he could be missing out on some fun. So he kind of tries to get his lavatory, you know, occupying time down to a minimum, an absolute minimum. Plenty of pissing, There's loads of that, but none of the other activity. Really, I mean, you keep that. Really, it's like you're in, you're out, and sometimes I don't think you've done the full job, Rick.
Yeah.
And today, I tell you this, my eyes were bleeding. It's intense. It's just a word of warning because the kitchen at XFM is out of bounds now. No one's going in there until the new year.
A to J in the library.
A to J in the record library. I'll tell you this: I don't know if like Tony Blackburn's in the building.
His wig will fall off.
But seriously,
not that he wears a wig. He doesn't wear a wig.
But if he's going down now, maybe he wants to play some Beach Boys. I mean, seriously, forget I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Forget you might have survived in the jungle, Tony. But you get down there, mate.
Tony, would you rather eat a plate of maggots or go and get Beach Boys?
Exactly.
It's saying A to J. Oh, pot pickers.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
It is absolutely extraordinary down there.
Oh,
so I'll just be warned.
But it's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
Why would Blackburn be listening to this?
I don't know, he's probably doing a bit of Christmas shopping.
Sure.
And he's out and about with probably got his little, personal stereo on.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, I'll listen to the boys at XFM.
Exactly.
And Canfield, what do you think of it so far?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not Vance, is it? Okay, who is secured as one of the pillars of rock?
Lemmy.
Of course he is.
Never changes his boots. 2 pairs of trousers. 3 shirts.
Really?
Yeah.
And he just alternates them, does he?
Yeah,
so he
yeah,
might
yeah.
have the same pair of trousers for 2 weeks, but the different shirt.
Is it true his rider is a bottle of Jack Daniels and 40 Marlboro?
No, it's like one of those 100 packs.
No.
Yeah. One of the 100 packs of Marlboro, and he like keeps them stuck in his boots, which don't change. Actually, I think I'm right in saying like that one of the like 2 left boots as well, because one of them did break, and he had 2 pairs, but he's now only got 1. But and he's got
Well, Lemmy, that is Lemmy then. Lemmy is one of the pillars of rock. What would Phil Lynott get anywhere near this?
Yeah, he would have done.
Let's play some Lizzie then. Don't believe a word. Thin Lizzy on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant, and over there Campbells.
Is that your impression of me?
Yeah.
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 The rock one's better.
The rock one's better.
Yeah, you shouldn't try and be a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Growing up with Diano Tuesday night.
Ian, I know you're keen to know this, Rick. What are your thoughts on XFM? Let's get behind the facade of Canfield.
What do you think about this? Because we used to have, some conversations,
You've been with XFM since the beginning, haven't you?
I've been here forever. Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I mean, it's not quite magic.
Well, no, a few things are.
Got me eyes on the big 105.4. Obviously, eventually.
What magic?
Yeah.
Now, do you think you want to do like a rock program on something like Virgin or Radio 1 eventually?
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
No.
What do you want to do then? What do you want to do?
I want to start playing stuff like the Eagles and Steely Dan and Bruce Hornsby in the Range. Truth be known.
But you'd have to go quite mainstream.
In your bedroom? What?
But on what sort of platform though? Because the good thing about those is they are really popular. They are. I mean, I think the Eagles' Greatest Hits is the biggest selling album of all time now. It's overtaken Thriller.
Yeah.
So I mean, those.
What you saying? Iron Maiden aren't popular. Like what I play now.
Are actually popular, but they've got a very
Slipknot,
tight fan
Fear
base.
Factory.
I mean, Iron Maiden can go to #1 with just their fans buying it and then slip away again, can't they?
Yeah.
But everyone sort of likes the Eagles, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I think still. So you could get on sort of like Radio 2 maybe, the rock program on Radio 2. Who does it at the moment? Is there one?
No, there's not one. I should do a demo, maybe.
Okay, well let's
I love the way we're talking about my career and other radio stations I could work for. Do you know something I don't?
No.
No, I'm just saying that this place is not
going on the tube, isn't it? It's going on the tube. I mean, you're going to be like, you'd abandon the sinking ship, wouldn't you? You wouldn't hang around, would you? You wouldn't fiddle, as Rome Byrne.
I mean, we got a couple of pies cooking in the States, so we're not going to be here to keep it afloat.
No.
The weekends.
Well, we want to take the good guys with us.
Right.
So, when this crumbles and they make it into a car park for Capital, I want to see you on Radio 2, Friday nights, 10 till 12, pure rock.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right, well, that's the pitch, isn't it? Friday nights, 10 to 12, pure rock.
Okay, if anyone's listening to the BBC, it's Canfield. He is the new Vance.
Molten Metal, maybe.
Molten Metal. That's good.
My only concern with TV work for Ian is he doesn't look like the obvious rocker. I mean, people are listening, they probably imagine he's got the long, greasy hair,
but that's the modern look.
T-shirt.
Lots of modern bands now, they've got,
I'm not slagging off, I'm just saying I wonder if the
they've
fans...
got short hair. It's not all long hair and strange beards and tattoos.
No, the days of them all looking like Lemmy and smelling like Ricky are well and truly gone,
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever had the long hair? Have you ever gone in for that?
No.
Never tried that.
No. But I've got bullet belts and stuff like that.
Right.
You know, if you'd have wanted me to dress up, I would have dressed up and brought CDs. I mean, you know, obviously I should have prepared more for this show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna play some classic rock, aren't we? I think we're gonna play the Who. And we got Jump, Van Halen. That's a classic, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I've got that about 5 times on every Driving album I brought in for you.
Okay. And so you know,
Are we going to play Since You've Been Gone?
Yes. Yeah. What's next?
British Sea Power.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
we should play a couple of singles that we've enjoyed over the last year or so, and this is one of them. Carry On. Play at Camfield.
And don't forget, Paul Di'Anno and Santa Claus is Coming to Town's coming on as well.
Paul Di'Anno doesn't snort ants, he snorts anteaters.
Carry On from British Sea Power on XFM 104.9. Not bad at all. Now, listen, we should just point out to people that Carl's away, and we always slag him off because he provides very little. But
And he's an idiot.
well, exactly, to be fair. But he's obviously off in Lanzarote, and he's forgotten to tell us what the password is for our email, Rick.
Idiot.
So we can't get into the email. So we're going to have to use Ian's email instead. ian.camfield@xfm.co.uk if you want to get in touch.
You're never gonna have so many emails, Ian.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that right?
you're going to be looking at them all week. It's going to be brilliant for you. You're going to feel really popular. You know what? He